Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Can I ask you something personal? Have you ever looked in the mirror, really looked at yourself lately, and had a quiet little thought in the back of your mind? A thought that says, am I still beautiful? As you look at the lines, the changes, have you ever wondered, has my time passed? Is the dazzling world of fashion still for me? If you have ever, for even a second, felt that way, then I want you to stop. Right now, take a deep breath, because we are here today to prove one thing, loud and clear. Beauty does not have an expiration date. And style is a lifelong journey of evolution. Yes, today we are going to be looking at some absolutely gorgeous gowns, stunning designs inspired by the latest trends, especially for women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Mothers of the bride, mothers of the groom, and every fabulous woman in between. But let me be very clear. This is not just another fashion video. This is a conversation, a love letter, really, to every woman who has ever felt overlooked, to remind you that you are, and always will be, worthy of all things beautiful. Our mission here today isn't just to show you clothes. It's to help you feel something. To feel the confidence that comes from wearing something that fits you perfectly. To feel the pride in the journey that has shaped the incredible woman you are today. And to feel a renewed sense of love for your body, right here, right now. So, I need you to stick with me until the very end. Because we are going to be sharing more than just style tips. We're going to be sharing heartfelt stories, powerful lessons in confidence, and the real secrets to loving yourself and shining brighter than ever before. Alright, are you ready? Let's begin this journey of rediscovering your style and your self-love together. Alright ladies, let's be honest for a second. Do you ever feel like you're becoming the invisible woman? Invisible in a world that seems completely obsessed with youth. Invisible in advertisements and on TV shows filled with faces that are airbrushed to perfection. It's a real thing, isn't it? A silent pressure that we feel every single day. You open a magazine, you turn on the TV, you scroll through social media, and what do you see? A world fixated on being young, on having flawless skin, on a body type that feels almost impossible to achieve. A recent study showed that women over 50 appear in less than 15% of media ads. And when we do show up, it's usually to sell us anti-aging creams, as if aging is some kind of disease we need to cure. How frustrating is that? I remember my own mother, a wonderful, hardworking woman. Once she hit her 50s, her wardrobe became a sea of dark, baggy clothes. When I asked her why, she just gave me a sad smile and said, "Oh honey, at my age, it doesn't matter what I wear." That sentence just broke my heart a little. Because I knew that wasn't about simplicity. It was about insecurity. It was about accepting a cruel narrative that says older women no longer have the right to be beautiful. This heavy, psychological weight of looking younger than you are is exhausting. We look in the mirror and we're trained to only see the wrinkles, the age spots, the parts of us that aren't as firm as they used to be. We forget that every single one of those flaws was earned through a life fully lived. Does any of this sound familiar? Drop a yes in the comments if you've ever felt this way. I want you to know you are not alone. But today, right now, I want us to focus on a different truth. A truth that is so much more powerful and brilliant. And that is the inner strength of a woman in her 50s and 60s. We have something that youth can never buy. We have wisdom. We have resilience. We have a quiet confidence that was forged in the fires of life's challenges. If a young woman is a delicate, promising bud, then we, my friends, are the rose in full bloom, rich with the fragrance of experience. Our confidence no longer comes from outside compliments. It comes from a deep, unshakable peace within our souls. We know who we are, we know what we want, and we no longer feel the need to prove ourselves to anyone. The legendary designer Coco Chanel once said something I absolutely live by. Nature gives you the face you have at 20. It is up to you to merit the face you have at 50. Our true beauty now isn't about having perfect skin. It's in the stories our eyes tell, stories of love, of loss, and of laughter. It's in the smile that can calm a storm. And it's in our presence, an aura of grace and dignity that can only come from decades of experience. When I look in the mirror now and see the lines around my eyes, I don't see old. I see a roadmap of my life. I see the sleepless nights I spent rocking my babies to sleep. I see the tears of joy at my children's graduations. I see the deep laughter I've shared with my dearest friends. Each line is a chapter in my own priceless novel. And once we truly understand and embrace our own value, that's when fashion changes. It stops being a rulebook and starts being a toolbox. A fabulous, wonderful toolbox we can use to express who we are. Fashion is not about hiding your age or desperately chasing after youth. No, absolutely not. Fashion is about looking the world in the eye and saying, "This is me. At this age, and I am proud." I want to encourage a new mindset about style. And it is this: dress for yourself. For your own joy. When was the last time you bought something simply because it made your heart sing, not just because it was practical or on sale? Think of getting dressed in the morning as your daily act of creative self-care. Your body is the canvas, your life experience is the soul of the painting, and fashion is your paint. Don't let those negative thoughts like, "Is this color too loud?" or "Is this style too young for me?" hold you back. If you put on a red dress and you feel powerful and vibrant, then that is the dress for you. If you slip on a pair of heels and you feel confident and ready to take on the world, then wear them. Those gorgeous dresses we're seeing in today's video, they aren't just pieces of fabric. They are declarations of elegance. They are symbols of the regal grace that every single one of us has the right to own. Especially for the mother of the bride or the mother of the groom. That is a monumental day. You aren't just a guest, you are a woman of honor. You are the one who raised one of the two most important people of the day. Your outfit is a reflection of your joy, your pride, and your essential role in the family's story. You deserve to own that moment and to look and feel absolutely stunning. So let's start thinking about those luxurious fabrics that feel incredible against your skin, like soft silk, gleaming satin, or intricate lace. Let's think about those elegant silhouettes that flatter your shape without constricting you, like a classic A-line, a flowing sheath dress, or a sophisticated column gown. And let's embrace those rich, powerful colors, like a deep navy blue, a royal purple, or a warm, passionate burgundy. They radiate class without having to shout. Let me tell you a quick story about my friend, Anne. Anne is 55, a beautiful woman who, for years, hid herself in dark, shapeless clothes because she felt self-conscious about her weight. When her niece was getting married, Anne's daughter bought her a stunning cobalt blue gown with sheer, elegant sleeves. At first, Anne refused to even try it on. She was worried people would think she was trying too hard. She truly believed she no longer deserved to wear something so beautiful. It took a lot of loving encouragement from her daughter, but she finally, reluctantly, put it on. And I wish you could have seen it. I was there. The moment she saw herself in the mirror, her entire face lit up. It was like she was seeing the real her for the first time in years. At the wedding, Anne was radiant. She received so many compliments. But the most important thing was the look on her face in the family photos. She was smiling a genuine, confident, beautiful smile that I hadn't seen in a very long time. She told me later, "It turns out I wasn't getting old. I was just letting old ideas hold me back." Anne's story teaches us such a valuable lesson. The biggest barrier we face is rarely the mirror. It's the mindset. Breaking free from our own self-imposed limits is the first step to truly shining. And once we've thrown off those invisible chains, we are ready to step into the wonderful, colorful world of fashion. Okay, so we've agreed to throw out the old rulebook, to embrace our beauty right now, and to see fashion as our friend. So, how do we take this newfound freedom and apply it? How do we start building a wardrobe that truly reflects the incredible women we are, especially as we look ahead to the styles of 2025? In our next section, we're going to dive into exactly that. How to navigate the latest trends in a way that's smart, sophisticated, and completely you. Alright, so we've agreed to throw out that old, dusty rulebook and start seeing fashion as our friend, our creative outlet. But let's talk about the big, scary, T-word, trends. I know what happens. You hear the word, trend, and you immediately think of runway models and styles that seem completely impractical for real life. You might think, oh, that's for the kids. I'm happy with my classics. And you know what? You're half right. You should love your classics. But today, I want you to think about trends in a completely new way. Think of the fashion world like a giant, fabulous style buffet. Every season, designers put out hundreds of new dishes. A smart, savvy woman like you doesn't run in and pile her plate with everything. Of course not. You walk the buffet line. You observe, you admire, and then, you carefully select only the most delicious, high-quality items that suit your personal taste. That is how we stay current. Not by following, but by curating. Our mantra for approaching any trend, whether it's for 2025 or beyond, can be summed up in 3 magic words: elegant, luxurious, and comfortable. Elegant in the silhouette, luxurious in the fabric and color, and comfortable in the way it makes you feel. So, let's go shopping at the 2025 style buffet, shall we? First up, let's talk about color. This year, there is a huge return to timeless, classic colors. Think of them as your trusted best friends. We're talking elegant beige, creamy winter white, and of course, the eternally powerful and chic black. These are the foundational colors that make you look expensive and put together with zero effort. But what if you're feeling bold? What if you want to make an entrance? Then you will love the rise of jewel tones. Think of a rich emerald green, a deep ruby red, or a majestic amethyst purple. These colors have incredible power. They flatter almost every skin tone, they brighten your face, and they scream confidence. Personally, I'm having a major love affair with emerald green this year. Even just a silk blouse in that color makes me feel like a queen. Next, let's talk about fabric. At this stage in our lives, how a fabric feels against our skin is non-negotiable. The 2025 trends are all about celebrating high-quality, natural materials. We're talking the smooth caress of silk, the subtle gleam of satin, the exquisite detail of hand-embroidered lace. We're talking about the timeless texture of tweed and the cozy hug of a cashmere sweater. A famous designer once said, "Fabric is the soul of a garment." A simple dress in an incredible fabric will always look more expensive and chic than a complicated dress in a cheap one. It's that simple. Now, what about patterns? Here's a simple rule: steer clear of tiny, fussy patterns. What's in? Bold, artistic florals that look like they were painted right onto the fabric. Think sophisticated stripes, classic polka dots, or elegant abstract designs. The goal is to look artistic and intentional, not busy. And finally, the most important element, the cut, or the silhouette. The beautiful dresses in the video we're looking at today lean heavily on these timeless cuts. You have the A-line, a best friend to every body type because it skims over the hips and creates a beautiful shape. You have the sheath dress, which offers that effortless, modern vibe. And of course, the wrap dress, the miracle dress that defines the waist and is incredibly forgiving and flexible. These shapes are eternal for a reason. They were designed to celebrate the female form. Okay, so our shopping cart is full of amazing ideas. But how do you choose what's truly right for you? This is where your wisdom comes into play. Secret number 1. Know your body shape. Are you an apple shape, carrying more weight in your middle? Or a pear shape, with curvier hips? When you know your architecture, you can use clothes to create balance and highlight your best features. An apple shape looks incredible in a V-neck dress, while a pear shape shines in an A-line skirt. Secret number 2, and I cannot say this enough: the fitting room is your best friend. I once fell in love with a dress on a mannequin. It was perfect, until I put it on my own, real body, and it was a disaster. Never buy something just because it looks good on a hanger. Put it on, move in it, sit down, and most importantly, listen to how it makes you feel. Does it make you stand up taller? Do you feel confident? If the answer is yes, then it's the one. And secret number 3, choose quality over quantity. At our age, we don't need a closet stuffed with fast fashion that falls apart after 3 washes. We need a curated collection of beautiful, well-made pieces that will last for years. Yes, one cashmere sweater might cost more than 10 cheap acrylic ones. But that one sweater will keep you warm, feel like a dream, and look elegant for a decade. It's a smart investment in yourself. And please, let's not forget the power of accessories. Accessories are the secret weapon of every stylish woman. They are the spices that give a simple outfit its unique flavor. That simple white button down? It becomes a look when you add a colorful silk scarf. That plain black dress? It becomes cocktail party ready with a statement necklace. A well-structured handbag, a comfortable yet elegant pair of shoes. These aren't afterthoughts. They are the finishing touches that communicate your personal style to the world. What's your power accessory? You know, that one piece you put on that instantly makes you feel like you can conquer the world? Tell me in the comments. I want to tell you about my friend, Mary, a retired teacher. Mary had fallen into the trap of thinking retirement meant living in sweatpants and old t-shirts. She told me she felt frumpy and invisible. Then one day, after we had a little chat, she decided to try something new. She didn't buy a fancy gown. She bought a simple, cream-colored blazer and a pair of chic, wide-leg trousers. That simple combination changed everything. She looked modern, she looked put together, but more importantly, she said she felt like herself again. Confident, capable, and stylish. Mary's story proves an important lesson. Staying current isn't about trying to look 20 again. It's about finding the most vibrant, elegant, and modern version of the incredible woman you are, right now. Okay, so now we have the tools. We know how to pick the trends that work for us, how to listen to our bodies, and how to use accessories to let our personality shine through in our everyday lives. But then there are those moments in life. Those big, beautiful, landmark occasions that call for something truly special. I'm talking about the sacred role of being the mother of the bride or groom. How do you find the perfect outfit for a moment that important? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. We've talked about everyday style, about curating trends in a way that feels smart and modern. But there are moments in life that are more than just moments. They're milestones, and perhaps none is more emotional, more significant, than watching your child walk down the aisle. That day, when your son or daughter starts a new family of their own. It's a new chapter, not just for them, but for us, too. And I know so well, the anxieties that start to bubble up as that day gets closer. Because I went through this exact whirlwind of emotions at my own daughter's wedding. On one hand, there's just immense pride and overwhelming joy. But on the other hand, the pressure is real, isn't it? The pressure to find an outfit that is elegant, appropriate, and worthy of your role. How do you look celebratory and special, without accidentally upstaging the bride, who is the true star of the show? How do you strike that perfect balance between graceful and gorgeous? A recent wedding industry survey found that over 70% of mothers of the bride or groom feel significant stress about their attire, sometimes even more than other wedding planning tasks. We have this deep desire to be seen as a happy, beautiful mother, the woman who raised this incredible bride or groom. And I am here to tell you something with all my heart. You absolutely deserve to shine in that moment. Choosing your dress isn't a chore. It is not vanity. It is a quiet, beautiful way of saying to your child, I am so proud of you, and I am here to celebrate this moment with all my heart. Are any of you about to become a mother of the bride or groom? Tell me in the comments how you're feeling. Looking at the dresses in the video today, we can see a few brilliant themes that are perfect for this role. There is an absolute commitment to elegance. There's a sense of modesty, but with just the right amount of tasteful allure, like a sheer neckline or a delicate lace sleeve. Everything is made from high-quality fabrics that drape beautifully and have a natural luster, which creates that effortlessly luxurious look. In terms of the actual styles, I'm seeing some incredibly smart and flattering choices. There are beautiful sheath dresses, which are comfortable and skim the body gracefully. There are classic A-line gowns, which create a lovely waistline and are universally flattering. And you'll notice many of the designs feature a 3/4 length sleeve. This is a brilliant choice. It provides elegant coverage for the upper arms while still feeling formal and chic. So, what's the secret formula for finding your perfect dress? Let's walk through the checklist together. First, color. Rule number 1. Please avoid white, ivory, or champagne. That color palette belongs exclusively to the bride. Rule number 2. Be cautious with black. While black is undeniably chic, it can sometimes feel too somber for a joyful wedding, unless the dress has significant sparkle or is styled with bright accessories. So, what should you wear? Soft pastels like blush pink, dusty blue, or lavender are always lovely and youthful. Sophisticated neutrals like taupe, pewter, or a soft gold are incredibly elegant. And if you want to make a refined statement, you can never go wrong with rich jewel tones like navy or a deep burgundy. Next, fabric. This is not the time for casual fabrics like cotton or linen. This special day calls for the best. Think silk, lace, chiffon, satin, or brocade. These materials don't just look beautiful, they feel special, and they move with you in a graceful way. For the fit, comfort is king. Remember, you'll be sitting, standing, walking, and hugging all day long. You need to be able to move with ease. A-lines, sheaths, and elegant jacket dresses are all safe and beautiful bets. If you have a balanced figure, a soft mermaid silhouette can also be stunning. Pay attention to the details and accents. True luxury is often quiet. It's in the details. Delicate beadwork at the waist, subtle embroidery on the neckline, or a beautiful, covered button detail down the back. These are the things that elevate a dress from nice to unforgettable. And finally, accessories. A classic string of pearls is never wrong. A small, elegant clutch is far more sophisticated than a large shoulder bag. And for shoes, aim for a comfortable heel height, around 2 or 3 inches. Here's a tip from my own experience. Break in your shoes at home for a few days before the wedding. Your feet will thank you. Now, let me share a few common pitfalls, just so you can avoid them. Mistake number 1. Too much going on. Too many ruffles, too much sparkle, too many accessories. Remember, you are the epitome of grace. Elegance is simple. Mistake number 2. The wrong fit. A dress that is too tight or too loose will look sloppy. A great tailor is your best friend. Mistake number 3. Forgetting the foundation. And by this, I mean your shapewear. Trust me, good shapewear is the unsung hero of any formal outfit. It's like the perfect primer before you put on foundation. It smooths everything out and helps the dress drape perfectly. I want to tell you about my friend, Helen, who is 60 years old and the mother of the groom. She was so stressed about finding a dress. She was caught in that classic mother of the groom dilemma. Wanting to look spectacular to honor her son, but terrified of accidentally upstaging the bride. After trying on dozens of dresses, she finally found the one. It was a floor-length gown in a stunning emerald green. The silhouette was very simple, but it was made of a beautiful silk, and the sleeves were made of the most exquisite embroidered lace. At the wedding, as Helen stood next to her son and her beautiful new daughter-in-law for photos, she didn't just feel beautiful. She felt like an integral, celebrated part of this perfect family portrait. The green of her dress was the perfect, rich complement to the bride's white gown and the groom's dark tuxedo. In that moment, Helen realized something. The perfect dress doesn't just flatter your body. It honors the moment. It's a symbol of love and the beautiful connection of family. So, now we have found the perfect dress to shine on that most special of days. Our outward appearance is ready. But a gorgeous dress can make you shine for a day. What is it that creates that true, lit from within glow that no makeup or expensive fabric can replicate? It's your health, your skin, your spirit. To truly wear a beautiful dress, you first have to nurture the beautiful woman within it. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about in our next section. We've talked about the gorgeous dress for that picture-perfect moment. But you and I both know the truth, don't we? The most expensive dress in the world will look lifeless on a woman who feels tired and drained. A designer label can't hide exhausted skin or a weary spirit. So for this section, we're going to put aside the silks and the satins. We're going to talk about something infinitely more important. We're going to talk about taking care of the masterpiece herself, you. Think of it this way. A priceless painting needs a worthy frame. And you, my friend, are the masterpiece. The clothes are just the frame. Radiant skin is the best foundation money can buy. A healthy, strong body is the best silhouette you can ever have. And a peaceful, clear mind is the most valuable accessory in your collection. So, how do we start building this beautiful foundation? It all begins with your health. Let's start with how you fuel your body. I'm not talking about restrictive, miserable diets. Not at all. I'm talking about getting back to basics with delicious, whole foods. Plates full of colorful vegetables, antioxidant-rich fruits, lean proteins, and plenty of pure, clean water. Our bodies at this age crave nutrients to feel energized and to build strong cells. Next, let's talk about joyful movement. This isn't about becoming a gym rat or training for a marathon, unless you want to. This is about finding movement that makes you feel good. A brisk walk in the morning sunshine. A gentle yoga class that helps you stretch and breathe. Swimming, where you feel weightless and free. The World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. That's just 30 minutes, 5 days a week. You can do that. And this one is critical. Sleep and stress management. Sleep is the most underrated beauty product on the market. It's when our body and skin repair themselves. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night. I know we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So please, carve out at least 15 minutes a day just for you. To meditate, to read, to listen to music, to unplug. With that healthy foundation in place, let's polish the exterior. Let's talk skincare and hair. Your skincare routine doesn't need 10 complicated steps. It just needs the Holy Trinity, the 3 non-negotiables. Cleanse, moisturize, and the most important one of all, protect with sunscreen. If a dermatologist could only give you one piece of advice for the rest of your life, it would be to wear sunscreen every single day. Rain or shine, you can then add powerhouse ingredients like a vitamin C serum in the morning or a gentle retinol at night. And a simple tip from my own kitchen, an avocado and honey mask. It's natural, cheap, and leaves my skin feeling incredibly soft and hydrated. And what about your hair? A great haircut is a game changer. It can take 10 years off your look. Find a stylist who understands how to work with mature hair and can give you a cut that flatters your face shape. Whether you embrace your gorgeous silver and wear it as a crown, or choose a color that makes you feel vibrant, the key is to keep it healthy and shiny with regular conditioning treatments. Once your skin is glowing and your hair looks great, you only need a little bit of makeup. Let me be clear, makeup at our age isn't about covering up. It's about lighting up. It's the art of enhancement. Forget the heavy, cakey foundations and glittery eyeshadows. All you need is a lightweight foundation or a tinted moisturizer. A touch of concealer where you need it. Well-defined brows because they frame your entire face. A coat of mascara to open up your eyes. And a beautiful lipstick in a flattering, natural shade like a rose or a coral. Your most expressive features are your eyes and your smile. Focus your makeup on making your eyes look bright and your smile look radiant. What's your holy grail lipstick? The one shade that makes you feel instantly put together? Share the brand and shade below. Now for a little secret that works behind the scenes. Your undergarments. They are the architecture of your outfit. Good shapewear can smooth your silhouette, support you in all the right places, and make your clothes look a million times better. And please, I urge you, go get a professional bra fitting. It will change your life. Finally, the invisible touch that completes your presence, your personal scent. Your perfume is your invisible signature. Choose a scent that is sophisticated and subtle, one that doesn't enter the room before you do. Classic notes of rose, jasmine, or sandalwood are always elegant. Apply it to your pulse points, like your wrists and behind your ears, for a gentle scent that lasts all day. I have a signature scent I've worn for over 20 years. It's more than just a fragrance, it's bottled memory. The story of my friend, Susan, is the perfect example of all of this. Susan is 58, and after her kids left for college, she became an empty nester and put herself on the back burner. She stopped paying attention to what she ate, she stopped exercising, she barely looked in the mirror. One day, she caught her reflection and was shocked. She looked and felt tired, frumpy, and joyless. She decided to take back control. She started with small, consistent promises to herself. A 30-minute walk every morning. Cooking healthy, simple meals. A basic, 3-step skincare routine. 6 months later, the transformation was incredible. Yes, she lost a little weight and her figure was trimmer. But the real change was in her face. Her skin was glowing, and she had a sparkle in her eye again. She started to carry herself differently. She bought new clothes because she finally felt she deserved them. She was living in color again. The lesson here is profound. Self-care is not an expense. It is the single best investment you will ever make in your own happiness and vitality. Okay, so we've nurtured ourselves from the inside out. We are feeling healthy, vibrant, and glowing. We are our most radiant self. So now that we have this incredible foundation, the next step is to build a beautiful home for that beauty, your wardrobe. How do we create a closet that is a source of joy and ease, not stress and clutter? That is our final chapter, and we'll dive into it right now. Okay, so we have done the incredible inner work. We are feeling healthy, glowing, and radiant from the inside out. Now, it is time to build a beautiful home for that radiant woman. And the home I'm talking about is your closet. Let's be honest. Have you ever stood in front of a closet that is packed, stuffed, overflowing with clothes? And said those 6 famous words, "I have nothing to wear"? I think every woman in the world has been there. It's the great closet paradox. Your closet is full, but getting dressed every morning feels like a battle. There's a reason for this. It's called the 80-20th rule. Style experts have known this for years. We wear 20% of our clothes, 80% of the time. So what about the other 80% of the stuff in there? It's just taking up space, creating clutter, and making us feel guilty. So, the first, most powerful step to building a style that lasts is to start with a clean slate. It's time for a closet detox. Think of this as a liberating act of self-care, a way to clear out not just physical space, but mental space, too. Set aside an afternoon, put on some music you love, and let's begin. Take everything out of your closet. Yes, everything, and create 3 piles. The hell yes pile, the goodbye pile, and the maybe box. For every single item, ask yourself 3 non-negotiable questions. 1. Do I absolutely love this? 2. Does it fit my body perfectly, right now, not 5 pounds from now? 3. Do I feel like the best version of myself when I wear this? If it's a resounding yes to all 3, it goes in the hell yes pile. Anything that is worn out, dated, doesn't fit, or most importantly, doesn't reflect the woman you are today, goes straight into the goodbye pile. Be ruthless. I remember holding onto a dress for 10 years, just in case. The day I finally let it go, it was like a weight had been lifted. For anything you're unsure about, put it in the maybe box. Seal it, date it, and put it away. If you haven't missed it in 6 months, it's time to say goodbye. Once the detox is done, your closet can finally breathe. Now, we rebuild the foundation. Let's talk about your wardrobe essentials. These are the heroes, the building blocks of a truly smart wardrobe. First, for your everyday life. You need a great pair of dark wash, straight leg jeans. No rips, no trendy washes. A pair of well-tailored trousers in black or navy. A crisp white button-down shirt in high-quality cotton or silk. A few high-quality t-shirts. A beautiful cashmere sweater for the winter. And a classic blazer. Pro tip. Make sure the shoulder seam hits right at the edge of your shoulder. That's the key to a perfect fit. Next, for events and special occasions. You need a timeless little black dress, the LBD. A chic pencil skirt or an A-line skirt. A couple of beautiful silk blouses to pair with them. And of course, one stunning, go-to gown, like the ones we've seen, for those major celebrations. And please, don't forget your at-home wear. You deserve to feel beautiful and comfortable even when you're just relaxing. It's time to retire the old, stretched-out sweatpants and invest in a beautiful matching knit set or a soft, elegant robe. Once you have these core pieces, you'll discover the magic of versatility. A smart wardrobe isn't about having more clothes. It's about having clothes with more possibilities. That silk blouse works with jeans for lunch and with a skirt for dinner. That blazer can be thrown over a dress or paired with trousers. This is the whole concept of a capsule wardrobe, a small, curated collection of essential items that all work together. It saves you time, it saves you money, and it eliminates that "what do I wear" decision fatigue every morning. And the golden rule that makes all of this work is to invest in quality over quantity. At this stage in our lives, we are done with fast fashion. We have the wisdom to know that it's better to own one great thing than 10 mediocre ones. You can feel the difference between real silk and cheap polyester. You can see the difference in how a well-made jacket is structured versus a mass-produced one. Think about cost per wear. That $300 blazer you wear 100 times actually costs you less than the $50 blouse you only wear twice. Invest in fabrics that last and tailoring that fits. Finally, after all the detoxing and building, it's time to add the most important ingredient. Your personal style. Fashion is the tool, but style is how you use it to tell your story. Stop trying to copy what others are wearing. Ask yourself the deep questions. How do I want to feel when I walk into a room? What story do I want my clothes to tell about me before I even speak? Do I want to communicate confidence, creativity, elegance, warmth? If you had to describe your style goal in 3 words, what would they be? Drop them in the comments. My friend Barbara's story is the perfect ending to this. Barbara, who is 57, was a classic impulse shopper. Her closet was a chaotic mix of sale rack mistakes and things she'd worn once. Getting dressed every morning gave her anxiety. After attending a style workshop, she decided to take control. She did a massive wardrobe edit. She defined her style words: chic, comfortable, and creative. She kept only the things that fit that definition, invested in a great blazer, a beautiful silk scarf, and a pair of amazing shoes. Today, her closet is half the size, but she says she has 100 times more to wear. Getting dressed is no longer a chore, it's a joyful ritual. She feels in control, confident, and effortlessly chic. And that brings us to our final lesson. A smart wardrobe isn't about having the most expensive things. It's about having the right things for the amazing woman you are. It's about curating a collection that reflects your wisdom, your experience, and your unique beauty. Your closet should be a happy place. A space that honors and celebrates the incredible woman you are, today and every day. And so, we've reached the end of this incredible journey together. We started by tearing down outdated stereotypes about age and beauty. Then we decoded the 2025 fashion trends that truly work for us. We learned how to shine with confidence in life's biggest, most special moments. We built a powerful foundation of self-care from the inside out. And finally, we mastered the art of creating a smart, joyful wardrobe. But after everything we've talked about, here is what I truly want you to remember. Fashion is more than just fabric. It's a language. It's how you tell your unique story to the world, without saying a word. Never, ever let a number on a calendar define you. Let your style speak of your wisdom, your experience, and the radiant beauty that comes from within. The beauty of a woman in her 50s and 60s is not about desperately chasing youth. It is about embracing and celebrating the power of your maturity, your grace, and your strength. And remember this above all else. The most beautiful outfit you can ever wear, every single day, is self-love. So, as soon as this video ends, I have a mission for you. I want you to stand in front of your mirror, smile at that incredible woman looking back at you, and know, deep in your heart, that you are a masterpiece. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Because you are worth it. And I want you to share your story in the comments below. Tell me about a moment when you felt your most beautiful. Let's inspire each other. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for spending this time with me today. My wish for you is that you always find joy in getting dressed, that you always feel radiant and confident, and that you always love the journey you're on. If this journey inspired you, if you saw a piece of your own story in what we shared today, then I would be so honored if you would subscribe, like, and share this video. Let's work together to spread this message of ageless beauty to more amazing women everywhere. And finally, one last very important thing. Mastering the mindset of style and beauty that we've just discussed is the most important foundation. But, to turn that mindset into a show-stopping look, you need to know the specific trends to embrace, and which ones to leave in the past. And that is why, if you are truly serious about feeling confident, youthful, and beautiful, then our next video on Don't Dress Outdated 5 Fashion Trends for 2025 to Transform Your Look is the final piece of the puzzle you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Go ahead and click the video you see on your screen right now, and I will see you over there.